Hi guys, today I am here with my client and friend Shannon, who is going to participate in the workout we're providing you with today. Shannon is about 5 months pregnant, yes. So this pregnancy workout can be done basically in any trimester, but definitely second trimester when you have a little bit more energy. Today, as far as equipment goes, we're going to use the reformer. We'll use a magic circle, and you'll also need your box. As always during the workout, please feel free to modify and adjust your springs to your reformer and how you're feeling. When you're ready, gather your equipment because this workout starts now. All right, guys, so we're all set up. I've got the foot bar set up in a footwork position. Shannon's going to stand at the end of the foot bar with her hands gently on the bar. For later, your reformer is set up on one medium spring. For this reformer, it is one blue spring. And that's it for now. So, Shannon, take a wide stance with your heels in and your toes out. And you're just going to place your hands lightly on the bar, align your shoulders over your pelvis, and then we're just going to come down for 2 and up for 2. As you press away from the floor, thinking about squeezing the backs of your inner thighs together. Good, and we'll keep going there. So during this workout, we'll do between 8 to 16 of any exercise. I'll try to let you know in advance how many repetitions there are, but if you need to take a break, feel free. Good, okay, so for 8 and 7, good. Nice. Last 4, thinking about the length through the back of the neck, pulling your belly into your body. Last 3, last 2, and then we're going to hold it at the bottom on this last one. Do 1 pulse down, 1 pulse up, lift the heels, and then lower the heels. So down, up, lift, lower. Down, up, lift, lower for 8. Good. And 7. 6. Nice. So depending on how far along in your pregnancy, you might be, carrying a significant more weight in the front of your body than you're used to. So remembering to take breaks as necessary and listen to your body. Last time. Good. Okay. Bring your heels in together, heels and toes apart. And for now, let's try a little balance with the hands on the hips. And you're just going to lift the heels and lower the heels. As you lift the heels, try to keep those heels squeezing together. Good. And 8 and 7 and 6. Good. Last 3. The last 2, and then hold the heels up, re-glue them together if they've come apart, soften the knees out to the side and see if you can get low enough to touch that bar. From here, come up an inch and down an inch, up an inch and down an inch for 8 and 7, 6, last 4, 3, 2. Find a point where you can hold and then press the thigh bones back. Press and hold, press and hold. So a little slower, press, press, think outer hips, nice. Good for 8, 7, 6, last 4, 3, 2, knees wide, little pulses up, last 8, I know, 7. Good, last 4, 3, 2, and stand. Very nice job. So shake those legs out. Now you're going to come around. Remember, you're on one medium spring, and we're going to kneel on the reformer with our knees against the shoulder blocks and the hands on the wooden side rails. Good. So you're going to align your hands directly underneath your shoulders. Find a nice flat back. So crown of the head reaching forward, tailbone reaching back. Take an inhale and then exhale, draw your belly in towards your spine. From here, keeping the shoulders nice and still, just pull the knees in underneath you, being careful not to hit your thumbs as you come forward, and then come on back. And exhale to pull, and inhale to release. Nice job. Let's do 8. If you happen to get a toe cramp here, just take a moment and shake it out. Good. Last 4. And last 1. Very nice job. So from here, you're going to bring your knees a little closer to one another at the center of the carriage, Extend one leg back behind you. Just watch the foot bar if your legs are extra long. And now we're going to drive the left knee under the body. So range of motion may be a little smaller here. As you pull the knee in, you at the same time want to think about lifting through the back hamstring. And 5. Last 2, and last 1. Both knees down. Take a moment if you need to roll out your wrists at any point, do that. And then when you're ready, coming back down onto the hands, switching out the legs, bringing the opposite leg back. Yes, good adjustment with the hips, and then pull that knee in underneath you. Good. And we'll do 5, 4, the last 2, and 1. Beautiful job. If you're good to stay on your knees, come up to high kneeling. I'm going to change your spring a little bit. So we're changing to one heavy spring, and then I'm going to give you your straps. So you're going to grab onto your straps. You can choke up onto the ropes as high as you want to. This is a very balancy position, so you just want to think about bracing through the core as you move. Knees can be directly up against the shoulder blocks, arms nice and long. And when you're ready, inhale, and then exhale, pull those arms back. And inhale them forward. Good. Think about lengthening your tailbone towards your heels. Nice. And we'll do 4 more. Good. So back of the neck is really long. Shannon's reaching through the crown of her head. You've got 3 and 2, and then hold the arms back at the hips. From there, press back just 2 inches and come back to the hips. We've just got 6, 5. Good. Thinking about lengthening your knuckles to the ground. Last 3 and 2 and 1. Very nice job. Okay, I'm going to take these. We're crossing the straps now. You're going to take your shorter loops if you have an option into your hands. Sorry. And then we're going to do a wide pull to the side. So taking a breath, inhale here, soft elbows. Exhale, engage the springs a little bit, and then from there, press out. Then you can just return to the point where there's a little bit of tension on your spring. Good. So hands are a little below the line of the shoulder, and you're thinking about squeezing the underside of the armpit and those shoulder blades towards one another. Still pulling your low belly up and in towards the spine. Nice. And 4 more here. Good. Last 2. And last time. Good. Can you hold your hands just slightly forward of the shoulders, and we'll do 4 circles forward, 4 circles back. Little baby ones. I know. Shake it off. Good. And 4 little circles. 3, 2, and 1. Reverse for 4. And 3, good job. Last 2, and last 1. Very nice job. Okay. Scoot your body back a little bit further so that your toes are hanging over the back edge of the carriage. This is just going to extend the straps a little longer. And then again, shorter loops in the hands. The straps are not crossed this time. Palms facing up towards the ceiling. You can actually do high kneeling like Shannon is, or you could sit back on the heels, whatever you'd like. And then palms up, elbows high, bicep curl, fingertips towards the forehead, and release. Good. And again, exhale to pull, inhale to stretch. Good. So if it feels like too much tension back here, you could readjust yourself closer towards the shoulder blocks. You're just not going to be able to extend the arm as fully without losing tension on your straps. Good. And 4 and 3. And then we have 1 more little bicep challenge. Last one, bend those elbows to 90 degrees and push your fists up, 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 up for 8, 7, 6. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice job. Okay. I'm going to take these guys, we'll put them back on the pegs, and then Shannon's going to come to side lying, head on the headrest. You do need your magic circle at this point. And Shannon would like a drink of water. So hydration is key, especially when pregnant. Okay, so I'm getting the foot bar out of the way. I'll just put that down here if you want. And it matches, which is kind of nice. All right, so laying on your side, all the way down, head on the headrest. And bringing your bottom hand down and around, you can grab onto your peg or your shoulder block. Top hand is actually gonna go on the top of the circle. And yes, and so what we're gonna do is bend the bottom knee, extend the top leg in line with the hip, and then you're gonna lift that leg up as you press down on the circle. So lift and lower, finding as much length through the upper leg as you can, and trying to maintain a little lift through the obliques, yes. Now, as you get a little more further along in your pregnancy, you might choose to put an added cushion under your belly, just to add a little bit of extra support. Good. And let's do 5 more here. And 4. So just 3 exercises here, and then we're going to repeat those same 3 exercises again on your forearm, so just so you know where we're going. Okay, bring that leg up hip height, flex your foot, kick your leg forward towards the front of the room, point your toe, and reach that leg back behind. A little gentle pressure just to maintain your torso stability as you move. And 4 more here. The last 2. And then hold your leg pretty far back, thinking about opening the front of the hip and squeezing the glutes slightly, and lift that leg up and back on a little diagonal. For 8, 7. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then bend the knees. Good. Prop yourself up on your forearm now. You can do this in 2 ways. One, you can take your headrest down and bring your elbow onto your headrest with your hand wrapped around your shoulder block or peg. Otherwise, you can just have your hand on your elbow on the carriage as opposed to that. Yeah? Okay. So higher position, obliques have to fire up a little bit more. Extend that top leg long. And again, press down as you lift the leg up. Good. Exhale as you lift. And 6. 5. Last one, hold the leg up at just hip height. Yes, slide it forward with a flexed foot. The butt's on fire. Press out of your forearm a little bit more. Good. Flex, point, reach. Flex, point, reach. Let's do 4 more. Then we're going to hold it to the back and we'll lift up on that back diagonal for 6 to 8. Okay, 3. 2, and hold the leg to the back, and little lifts. Good. And that's enough. Good. All right, sit up. Take your feet flat on the floor in front of the side of the carriage, and just cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Ooh, boy. Oh. And take a few minutes just to sit there and breathe and release into that hip. Good. You doing good? Nice. So uncross when you're ready, grab water if you'd like, and then we'll switch over to the other side, laying all the way down, head on the headrest. Good. It's hot today, right?
It is hot.
Yes. Okay, come on over to your other side. Nice and humid day.
You're welcome, world.
Okay. Come all the way down first for this first one. All right, again, so your ring is right in front of you on the carriage in line with your wrist. Your top leg is extended, bottom leg is nice and bent. And you're just gonna slide your leg just so it's stretched directly from the hip, and then from there, lift and lower that top leg. Every time you lift, you're pressing down on your circle slightly. And that press is to help engage the core, pull the belly in. Nice. And 5, 4. Last 2, and then hold your leg at hip height only. Flex your foot, kick forward, point, and reach behind. So when you flex your foot and kick forward, you're looking to see if you can get a hamstring stretch. while the hips are nice and stable. And when you point the toe and reach back, you're looking to find a little opening in the front of the hip. We'll do 4 and 3. Last time, hold the leg to the back, keep the toe pointed, and lift up from there. Think where the glute meets the hamstring, where the glute meets the hamstring for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a moment with the knee bent. Good. When you're ready, you're going to come up to your forearm, take the headrest down as an option. Do you want me to do that? Or we'll do that? Good. Okay. Yes, that little tushy. Okay. So here we go. So same set of 3 exercises, 6 to 8 of each one. Lifting through those low obliques a little more, lifting the top leg up. Pointed foot or relaxed foot here. Good, for 4. And then hold that leg up, flex the foot, kick forward, point, reach. Nice, so Shannon's doing a really good job keeping her torso nice and stable. You want to avoid leaning back and forth in opposition to the leg. Last 3. And one more time, you're going to hold that leg to the back and little lifts up, up. Think lead with the heel. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice job. Now take your ring and come all the way up. And we are going to do a little balancing after this. So 2 options. Shannon's going to take a stretch for her outer hip. I'm going to put the foot bar back up. And I'm going to put it in its highest position just so that it is closer to Shannon if she decides she wants to use the foot bar. Good. So still one heavy spring on the reformer. You can be on either side of the reformer. We're going to do lunges. Okay. Okay. So if you're standing on the side, you want your inside foot against your shoulder block, and you want your outside foot very close to the foot bar. And then as far as your hands, you can either grab the circle with both hands, that's more balancy, or you can have your inside hand on the foot bar and your outside, the ring on your outside thigh. Or alternate between. We're going to be here for quite a bit, so here we go. So Shannon's decided to place the ring on her front thigh. It's pretty close to the hip crease. Her back knee is lifted and the back leg has a soft bend, but it's fairly straight. Inside hand is on the foot bar, and then when you're ready, you're going to just press the carriage out, bending the front knee, and come on in. And again, out and in. As you press out, you can add a little additional squeeze on the ring. And then if you decide that you're holding the ring in your hands, just squeeze that ring in and release as you rise. We've got 4. I'm trying to keep count. 3, 2, and then hold the carriage out and just squeeze the circle and hold for a count of 8, 7, 6. Good. Pressing the front heel down for 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way up and in. And we're just going to simply repeat those 2 exercises again. So count of 8 on the lunges, count of 8 on the hold. All right, here we go. So pressing out and in, keeping the torso fairly lifted for 8, 7. Nice, last 4. Now, little did you know that Shannon did a Bulgarian lunge workout yesterday. So if she needs to take extra breaks, it's understandable. Good, hold for 8, 7, 6, last 4, 3, 2, and 1, and come on up. Beautiful. So both feet are going to step down to the side of the reformer. We are going to do one more exercise with both feet on the floor. So ring is going on your front thigh. You're finding your lunge, and then we're going to step out and in with the back leg. Okay? So we'll do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So finding your lunge, the back heel is lifted. Your front knee is over your front heel. Bend that back knee a little bit. And then when you're ready, step in an inch, out an inch. 5, good. 4, 3, and last time through, and then come on up and rise. Good. Shake it off, take a moment. Beautiful. If you want to hold on to your foot bar and take a thigh stretch, you can.
Thigh stretch, good.
Mm-hmm. Good. And switch sides.
And switch sides.
Yes, come on around. Okay, so again, setting yourself up with your inside foot against your shoulder block. Outside foot is fairly close in line with the foot bar. And you can do both hands on the ring or one hand on the foot bar and the ring against your outer thigh, your outer leg. Good. From here, back leg is lifted and you're coming down into your lunge, pressing out and coming on in. Think about how tall you can get through the upper body. Good. 4 more here. Last 2. And then hold it out for a count of 8, 7, nice balance, 6. Good. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then come all the way up and in. Take a moment if you want to take your leg down completely, do. And then we'll do those 2 exercises one more time. Good. Okay, here we go. So chest is lifted, 8, 7. Light fingertips around the foot bar, not too much downward pressure there. Last 4. And then hold the carriage out for 8, 7, 6. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up, take both feet down. Give yourself a little bit of space. Good. Same foot is forward. You're finding that lunge with the back heel lifted nice and high. Back knee is bent. And then when you're ready, you're stepping in and out just an inch or 2. Good. For 6, 5. Last 3, 2, and 1. And rise up. Nice. I'll take your circle. You're going to take a stretch for your thigh. You can hold on to your foot bar. And then for the next little series, we're going to use our box. Okay, thanks. Okay, thank you. Okay, so we're going to take our box, we're going to put it on the reformer long ways. If you're doing this yourself, make sure that you bend through your legs and not your back. And then let's come to seated on the reformer facing sideways. Good, so a little bit of arm work. Yeah, let's go this way first. And you want to kind of sit a little bit closer to the foot bar side of the box if you can. You can have your heels on the black part of the carriage with the feet really flexed, or you can hang your legs over the side with your legs crossed or straight. Okay, you feel good? Okay, so then grab your circle. And I'm going to give Shannon her shorter loop for this first series of exercises. She's going to grab onto the ring with the shorter loop and her hands and think about keeping weight even through the sit bones. Yes. From here, the ring is close to your chest and you're just squeezing in and releasing, squeezing in and releasing. So quite a lot of work here on the chest. Good for 4. The last 2, and then hold a slight bit of pressure in on the circle, extend it forward and in. See if you can get the carriage to move like a 1/4 of an inch by keeping the center of the ring centered right around your sternum. Nice for 4, 3, and hold that ring forward and squeeze it again for 8, 7, 6. One more exercise to come after this. And we're just going to do 6 tiny little rotations with the ring extended forward. Does not have to be big. To the foot bar side of the machine. Good. So foot bar side, center. Foot bar side, center. Let's do 4 and 3. And last time through. Very nice job. Okay, turn all the way around. You can come up, off, and turn, or you can just carefully turn. Okay. Okay, and so here we go again. Longer, or we did shorter loop, didn't we? Shorter loop, ring in the hands. Crossing your ankles if you'd like, or keeping your feet apart. Keeping the ring fairly close to the chest, you're just gonna squeeze in. Notice that Shannon's elbows are below the line of the shoulder. They're not all the way up here. And 4, 3, 2, and hold a little bit of pressure inward. Extend forward, you got it. And in, and forward, and in. You're still thinking about finding length through the back body for 4. And hold those arms forward, and then just give me a little squeeze in. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. From center, Shannon's going to rotate slightly towards the foot bar and then come right back to the center. Good. 4. Last 2. And 1 more time. Nice job. Okay. Good. So still focusing on the upper body a little bit more. You're going to turn towards the foot bar and bring one foot onto either side of the box. Good. I would say scooch back till you have just about a hand's distance between your tush and the back edge of the box. That's good. And then for this exercise, you just had the strap in your right hand, right? I'm gonna give it to you on this side. You're going to take your longer loop if you have a choice. One strap in one hand. Again, the ring is going in both hands. And then you're gonna press the ring out in front of you, squeeze the circle, release the squeeze, and bend. Nice. Good. And we'll do 6 of these. Squeezing into the inner thighs a little bit, and if you can, I would bring your feet a little further forward. Good. And 4 more here. 3. Good. Last time, hold the ring forward. Oh no. And little rotation towards the strap and exhale back. So it does not have to be big, and as you get further along in your pregnancy, you might find that you need to limit your rotation a little bit. Good. For 3, 2, and 1. Very nice job. Woo woo. All right, I'm gonna take that strap. I'll go to your other one.
Thank you.
Okay, so here we go again. You've got a forward press. Your hips and your ribs may want to turn back towards that spring-weighted side. So just focusing on keeping everything straight forward. Shannon's pressing, giving a little squeeze and coming back in. And you've got 3 more there. Last one, hold the ring forward and rotate to the strap. Good. 4. Last 2, and 1. Ah, nice. All right, beautiful. Can you come up off of that box? Okay. All right, so now we're just gonna grab or move the foot bar out of the way just a little bit so it's back in its footwork position, still on one heavy spring. You don't need the magic circle for this exercise, and we're gonna turn the box sideways. So for Shannon, it's in front of the shoulder blocks, but if you needed a little more distance, you could always take it over top of the shoulder blocks instead. And we're gonna come to kneeling for some forearm planks. Okay, so forearms are gonna be on the box. Knees are going to be on the carriage for the moment, and you're going to bring your feet back against your standing platform. Okay, good. Okay, so again, a nice flat back, reaching through the crown of the head and the tailbone. And then to start, just to test the waters and make sure the feet feel safe and secure, you're just going to lift the knees an inch or so and lower the knees again. And we'll do 5 more just like that. Still quite a challenging exercise. Yeah. Good. 3, and 2, and 1. Now we're going to lift the knees, press out into plank, come back in, and then lower the knees down. That'll be our pattern. We'll do 6 to 8 of those. So lift the knees, press out into plank, come on back in, lower the knees down. Good. So Shannon's keeping her knees fairly close to the carriage, which is a really good position to be in. And 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Knees down again. Take a moment. We have 3 more exercises to go. The next exercise, you can either repeat what you just did with both feet on the platform, or you can bring one foot up onto your foot bar. You remember, it's like a staggered plank.
Oh, yes.
We'll do 4 of them. If you're bringing one foot up onto the foot bar, we'll do 4 on one side, and then we'll take a second, reset for the other side, and do 4 more. Otherwise, you've got 8 with your feet on the platform.
I'm going to try.
Okay. So anchoring those toes in, bending and straightening both legs for 4. Nice, last 2. And 1, carefully bringing your foot down, bringing your knees down, woo, and then taking a moment just to reset. That baby. Good. And here we go, other side. 4, 3, beautiful, 2, and 1. Good, carefully coming down, very nice job. Taking a moment. So our last exercise is pike.
Oh, yeah.
So again, pike, you can do with your feet on the platform or your feet on the foot bar. If you've not done this before, I would say go for the platform for sure. Platform, yeah. And yes, yeah. And being up on the foot bar also is another note, is your angle is tighter, so it might not feel good on your stomach, right? So forearms down, toes on the edge of the platform. Make sure that you feel stable in your feet. Float the knees, press out into plank, and then from there lift the hips up and back and press out into plank again for 5. Last 3. And 1 more time. Woo! And bend the knees and take a rest. Okay, yes. Okay, I'm gonna remove the box for just a minute. We'll do a little bit of side lying work on the reformer again for the upper body. I'm gonna just keep it on one heavy spring.
I'm feeling it.
Oh, I think it is hot, right? It feels hot. Okay. So Shannon's going to come down to side lying, facing the camera to start, if you don't mind. Your head will be on the headrest. Both of your knees can be bent, and then there'll be options from there. Good. Okay, and then I'm gonna grab this guy. So we're gonna grab the strap, and Shannon's gonna put her top hand into it. You basically wanna choose the loop if you have a choice where it's gonna allow your hand to be directly over your shoulder to begin, and then just engage the spring a little bit before you do anything else. From there, you're just gonna lower your arm down by your side and lift your arm back up towards the ceiling. So you can keep both knees bent here, or you could extend the top leg underneath the foot bar if you wanted to do a little bit of more outer hip work. Good, for 4 here, and 3. And from here, we're gonna do kind of like a D-shaped circle. So you're gonna circle forward, around, up, and then straight back down to your hip. Forward, around, up, and straight back down to your hip. And 4 more there. And 1. And then switch direction. Go straight up from your hip to your shoulder, circle forward, around, and back. Thinking about keeping the arm and elbow as long as possible as you move for 3, 2, and on this last one, hold your palm by your hip with the palm facing back. So we're gonna do triceps, bending and pressing, yes. So the elbow is right above the rib cage. Shannon's keeping it nice and steady. We'll do 4 more here and then 1 more exercise where we try to keep the carriage still. Yes, last, remember what's coming. And then hold your elbow bent at 90 degrees. Press your fist straight forward and then re-bend your elbow back to your rib cage for 5. You want to think about keeping downward pressure in your palm to engage the tricep while not moving the reformer at the same time. Last 2 And last time, and release. Good. So have a seat, do a little tricep stretch. Burning. So good. So bringing the right arm or the working arm behind your back, taking your hand onto the elbow and then giving it a little pull. If you want to add an additional side bend, you can do that as well, or just stay upright. Good. Nice. Shake that side off, come over onto your other side, and we will repeat that again. So hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked, top hand is in your loop. Nice long arm, engage the spring so your underside of your armpit is working, and then press the arm down and lift it back up towards the ceiling. Again, option to extend the top leg or keep both knees bent. Good, and let's do 4 and 3. Wrist is nice and straight. Last 2 and 1. And then from here, that D-shaped circle around, back and up. Rotating right around your shoulder joint. Last 3. And one more time. And reverse direction. Good. And 3. And one more time. Hold your arm down by your side. Bend the elbow to 90 degrees and press. Upper arm is just nice and stable here. Good. For 4. And then hold the elbow bent at 90 degrees. Yes, and press forward and in, trying to keep that carriage nice and steady. For 4. Last 2, yes. And one more time. Nice job. Okay. And then I'm going to take your strap. You can sit up and take that tricep stretch. Good. So we'll use our box one last time just to do a little bit of stretching. You don't need your magic circle. Okay, so your setup of your box is going to be short box, but you want to place it further away from the shoulder block, so you have some space on the shoulder block side. And we're going to come to seated on the box for a moment. Just be careful getting on. Make sure that your box is not too far forward, that it's not going to tip. Okay, so you want your hips back, so the backs of your knees are right up against right up against the back of the box. And then basically you're going to take your inside foot and sweep it back between the shoulder blocks and the box. And if you need to scooch over so you feel more comfortable, do so. Okay. I'm going to put Shannon's foot bar up so it's a little bit closer to her. And then she's going to reach her arm out onto the foot bar. And we're just going to take a big side bend up and over. Yes.
Is my knee supposed to be on the ground? Or?
I don't think it matters. I think if your knee is lifted, that's okay. If you scooched a little to the left, I think your knee might find the ground, and then maybe you'd feel just more grounded as you go.
I was wondering what you wanted.
So when you're ready, reach up and over and come in. And when you reach up and over, if you want to press the carriage out, you can. Otherwise, you can just stay nice and stable here. Good. Big breath, inhale as you reach over. Nice. Good. So Shannon was asking about knee position, whether the knee should be down on the carriage or whether it can have a little lift. And honestly, I think it's just a matter of what feels better for you. You can play around with your knee position. Sometimes it feels nice to actually push the knee a little further back to get a little more opening in the hip. So really feel free to just adjust as you go. Yeah. Good. Last one, you're going to reach over and then do a little rotation of your upper body forward. Seeing if she can get a stretch down the sideline of the body here. Good. And then next time you reach over, you're going to reach over and then reach back a little to open the chest. And then, good. Nice, and coming all the way up when you're ready. One more time, just straight to the side, and then we'll turn around and do the other side. Good. Okay. That's it. Can you actually get up? Because I want to move the box over a little bit. Okay. Okay. So you want to scooch back again on that box so that your back of your knee is pretty much on the front edge of the box. And then reaching out for your foot bar. When you're ready, take a big side bend, keeping the carrot still or pressing it out. And then coming on back up. Good, let's do 3 more here. And last time. Good, and then stay over on this last one and rotate your ribs slightly forward, almost thinking about stretching through the pinky side of your finger a little bit more to try to get that stretch down the side of the ribs. And coming back up and in when you're ready, going over again, and then lifting and reaching your arm back slightly to open the front of your chest, finding a little bit of back extension there. And coming back up when you're ready. And then one more time, just up and over, straight to the side. Good. And coming on back up. Good, stepping off of the reformer to the side. Nice. You can face straight forward. And we'll just do a few inhales, reaching the arms up overhead, and then exhale, elbows wide. Take your torso up, squeeze between the shoulder blades. Nice, and 2 more just like that. Big inhale, and exhale, pulling the elbows down and back. Nice, and 1 more time, big inhale, and exhale, down and back. And you guys are all done. I hope you enjoyed that workout. I hope you enjoyed that workout, and baby. Leave me a comment or a question down below. Let me know what you'd like to see next. I think Shannon and I will try to do a 3rd trimester workout as well, so stay tuned for that. Enjoy your pregnancy if you are expecting, and we will see you again soon. Bye, guys.